Well, hello and welcome to this episode of Primetime Makeover. We are so glad that you're with us. And I have to start by saying how glad I am to be with my favorite ladies. Yes, Melissa, our life coach, Sheila, our stylist, and Lysandra, our therapist, who keeps us all together. My name is Michelle Akins, and I am also some kind of coach, but really what I do is I instigate growth for people. So that's what we're doing now. We are coming down to our final 2 episodes in season 1 of Primetime Makeover. And I'm so grateful for the support that we've been given. Yes, we're on TikTok now. Somebody else did it. We're also on Instagram and our YouTube channel. So if you want to keep up with what's going on with us, follow us on the Bold Movers Network. Our show, all of our shows are there. So now, as we come down to the second of our last 2 episodes for this season, we are going to talk about change. And what we're really excited about is we have a woman who has worked with our team for a makeover. And makeovers are not just about how you look on the outside, but it's about the change that happens on the inside. And so before we start our discussion, I just want to get some check-ins from my girls. How are you all doing? Look, why are you looking at me like that? Say something, Melissa.
You gotta know where we about to go. Like, what you want us to say? Everything is good. Children are well, family is well, I'm doing well, and just excited for this last episode. It doesn't seem like we've done so much, but it's been great.
Yes, it
been
has
great.
been.
This has been good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we all have so much to celebrate. This lady's son, is this your last one going to college? Yes, somebody's about to be an empty nester.
Change is here.
Change is here. Yes, don't come back here in the fall. Y'all not an empty nest yet, because I'm going to laugh at you, okay?
I'll tell you that next. Yes.
Sheila, celebratory
Hey.
things. What's going on with you, ma'am?
So I am just feeling fit and fabulous.
Of course.
I'm on a 30-day fitness challenge.
Okay.
Where I have been walking for, what is this, day 20 now?
Ooh.
And I feel really, really good. I feel emotionally strong. I'm doing this challenge with some ladies, but I haven't seen them posting anything, so I don't know where they are. Maybe they're watching. They can tell me if they're still in the challenge. But you know, I do it to win.
Yes.
I want to win.
Miss Sheila is competitive.
And she's
Yeah.
very competitive.
Okay.
But I'm feeling fine. The family's well. Everybody's healthy. So it's a good time.
Yeah. And you have some amazing new responsibilities at your church.
I do.
And speaking of that competition, I saw a clip of you. You all were playing Family Feud, and you were going by.
Did
I
you-
guess
did
you
you
were.
see
I
me?
was like,
And
oh,
guess what?
somebody lost that round, and it wasn't
And
Sheila.
my team won. My team won. I told you, go home and study your Bible, because this was Kingdom Family Feud. So we need to win, and I'm the associate pastor. I can't lose. You know, how would that look if I don't know? You know? So we won.
We ain't losing.
We ain't losing. Not losing.
No, we didn't lose. So that was a lot of fun. We learned a lot. We had a good time. As you know, this is a new church plant.
Yes.
And so we got to really know each other. So it's been really, really good. It's a good time for me.
Wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
And Lysandra, girl, what's going on with you?
What is going on with me? Everything is going on with me. I am making a bold move. I am relocating to Charlotte, North Carolina. So the cat is out the bag. I've been alluding to it, you know, a couple of times here and there. But yes, I am making a bold move to leave my family and friends and relocate to Charlotte. And I'm so excited about this new. I've been telling people, you know, they're like, oh, this is a new page in your book. I said, this is a whole new book.
See?
This is a whole new book. This is that book has closed.
Whole new book.
Those chapters are closed. This is a new book, and I'm excited to be writing the pages of this book with God, and just excited about the process. Yeah.
And you know, I'm celebrating with you because you're so excited. I'm also celebrating that we found a way to keep you in this circle because this therapist is so busy. She's going to be by state. She's going to be practicing therapy there and coming in once a month for here. And that's when we're going to record our Primetime Makeover. Yes, I am so excited for you. And you know what? All these changes, I told you, fine. Do you see how she is looking?
Yeah.
I told her.
I know. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes. Okay, yeah. The glory.
You can see it.
You can see it.
Yes.
It's glory.
This new book gonna be good.
Bestseller.
Guess what? My pastor just planted a new church in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What you say
So
now?
I have to hook you up with her.
What you say now?
See?
It's happening. It's happening.
They
It's
work
happening. When
together.
you trust God and you step out on faith, He just puts stuff in your pathway. My pastor's been preaching about grace and favor. And so I'm just walking in the light of His grace. I'm walking in favor. I'm trusting Him. And it's going to be good.
It is good.
It's going to be good.
And so we have all of these opportunities that it's like God gift wraps them and gives them to us. And so when it's time for opportunity, when it's time to change, and I want you, therapists, to lead this portion of our discussion. How are we showing up? What do we need to do?
Yeah. Okay. So that's an important question for us to consider as we are walking into change, right? Like, how do we show up? What does that look like for us? And who are we trying to present, right? Who are we trying to present? So I would like to ask this question. What behaviors do you adapt to survive? Like, you know, how people always say things like, you go above and beyond, or you're a pillar of strength. Is that how you want to be known? Is that how you want to be perceived by people? Is that how you want to show up for people? The pillar of strength?
I'm going back to our first episode when we talked about Sister Jones. You remember Sister Jones? That's our girl.
Sister
Sister
Jones is
woman,
the girl.
Sister Jones is always there. We love you, but we gonna need you to come on now. Oh, Sister so-and-so. She's going to be here at church. She's in the kitchen frying the dinners.
Faithful.
And she's faithful. Yeah, and we shout when we say, oh, she's faithful. Yeah. And the mindset is, you need to be like Sister Jones. But Sister Jones dropped dead in the kitchen frying the chicken.
With her
and
apron
people
on.
with her apron on. And nobody thought to say, Sister Jones, why don't you go and take a vacation? Sister Jones, Jesus is not going to be mad at you if you stop frying the chicken. And so this whole idea of the cape, the Superwoman cape, taking care of everybody, taking care of everything, and neglecting yourself, it doesn't honor God. It doesn't honor His people. Because she's always the one. Everybody can depend on her. No matter what's happening, Sister Jones is going to show up. Now, Sister Jones is exhausted, and her family is probably a little bit resentful of all the things that she's doing. And something in her says, I am not valuable unless I'm doing all of this stuff. And so how do we want to show up? To me, the insight is not like that. What is driving that behavior? What voices are we hearing that says you're only valuable if you're doing a lot of stuff? I think it's a false narrative.
Okay. So, man, and I'm thinking about that too, but I mean, there are aspects of it that we have to separate because we do want to be strong.
Yes.
Right? The word declares to be strong in the Lord and the power of His might, right? But what does that actually look like? What does strength look like? And if we're taking our model from Jesus, who is our perfect example in all things, He showed us how to show up, but also how to retreat, right? I think about those passages of scripture where He talks about, you know, He went apart to pray, or He went up into the mountain, or, you know, things like that. And I think that is how you can show up strong when you can take care of yourself, when you can get away, when you can be with the Father, when you can reconnect to yourself, then you can show up as strong. So it's not a pillar of strength that's unyielding, unbending thing, but it's like a tree, more flexible, and it can sway with the wind when the wind blows, right? That's what I think about how showing up as a strength. What about for you, Melissa?
Well, you know what? A lot of things you were saying, I know for me, going back to what it used to look like is the people pleasing and doing the most because you wanted the acceptance or you wanted to feel like you had worth, right? And I think I had, we hear this a lot, but I've learned how to really place boundaries in the places or with the people or the situations that they need to, because what I found myself doing when I thought I was being strong and everybody kept pulling on me, what people didn't see, but I started feeling was I was being depleted on the inside. So the things that I needed to do when you talk about the inner work or the self-care, that wasn't happening. So although everybody else was getting what they need, I was pretty much shrinking myself on the inside. And then I had nothing left for me to fulfill the things that God wanted me to do on his behalf.
Yeah. We get depleted quickly.
Yeah, so
Like-
those boundaries are good, and being accountable to what you put in place, because now I don't mind disappointing. I know that don't sound good. I know you don't.
You don't mind that, huh?
We don't like
You're
that.
good with that.
Point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the children of God,
Yeah.
But you have to do that. Like when you mentioned how Jesus had to get away. I mean, at some point he had to have some self-care.
Absolutely.
And we don't talk about that, but
We don't.
you have to
We don't.
replenish what you're pouring out. And what good is it if you're pouring, but nobody ever pours back into the strong one?
Yeah.
So I'm learning the no and the boundaries will save you.
Yeah.
That's really good.
What about for you, Sheila? How do you show up as strong or as the pillar of strength?
Yeah, so that's a learned behavior for me, because I used to be, the song "I'm Every Woman." I used to be every woman.
That's a
and
lie.
That is just
That's a
overrated.
That's a lie.
Got a nice beat though. Yeah, but right.
Being every woman is
Yes,
overrated.
yes.
Yes.
But there was an expectation put on me because I was every woman.
Yep.
That people came to me for everything, family members, co-workers, friends, and I tried to live up to that expectation. And I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted. And so I learned, and it was hard for me because I don't like to disappoint.
Right.
It was hard for me to say no. It really was. But I had to learn because it was killing me
Yeah.
to try to fulfill everybody's needs. I just couldn't do it because then I was left, as you said, Melissa, depleted. And so I learned to say no. I learned how to take time for myself. But I also learned, what is it that Sheila needs? What do I need? I need to walk. I need that. That helps me mentally and physically. I need to have days where I don't get dressed. And so, but I had to learn how to do that. And so that now I know when I'm depleted to go somewhere and sit down.
See.
Sit down.
So, and I do it very well now. Very well.
I've learned how to sit down.
And
Some
very
days I just don't answer my phone.
See,
I just don't.
and that's good for you.
It is. It is.
So if you're listening, we're not answering the phone. Leave a message. That's what the voicemail is for. Or you can send a text message. We'll get back to you at, what do we say? At our earliest convenience, right? It is not convenient for me to get back to you right now, but I will.
Yes.
I will.
When I can do
I
so
will.
well.
I will. I will.
When I'm rested.
When I'm rested, when I have the capacity.
Yes.
Okay, so but that brings up like, well, if we're saying that we're taking these times for ourselves, what is the fun part of change, right? Like what we're making these changes and we're making these adjustments, to take care of ourselves. Then what are we saying yes to? Right? What are we saying yes to? If we're saying no, if we're setting boundaries, if we're taking care of ourselves, how are we doing that? What are we saying yes to?
You know what? That's interesting. Because I just thought about something I've been saying yes to. And I have been walking on the lake. I've just been trying to get acclimated to my new, where I live now. And putting the headphones on and listening to my favorite chill and watching. Because I used to have to go to Florida or someplace with a beach to see water like that. Now I can just walk 2 blocks. And so when I say no to a lot of because I could get up, my office is at home, I could get up at 7 and start working immediately. in saying no to that, I'm also saying yes to those things that nurture me that other people might not even understand. Well, can I go? Well, why you want to go by yourself? Well, that's not. And so I think in saying no to some of the things that make us feel strong for other people, because the pillar of strength is for you to be the pillar of strength and you give out of an overflowing cup, not an empty one. And so I am saying yes to the things that nurture me, which I didn't always do, because there were so many other needs from other people that needed to be met.
Yeah. Sheila, we heard you say yes to the walking and the fitness, right?
Yeah.
What else are you saying yes to? Because I know you got some stuff.
I'm saying yes to whatever I want to say yes to.
Okay.
Boom.
If it's take myself to the coffee shop.
We're done. Sheila shuts it down again.
Since I retired in 2017. And you know I don't want to work. You already know that. So I play. Whatever play is for me that day. I don't always plan it.
Okay.
It could be walk to the nearest coffee shop. It just could be go buy myself a bouquet of flowers. But it's all about me. It's all about Sheila. And so, and not that I leave other people out, but I fit them into my schedule.
That's what I'm
And so I just play it. Every day is a play day. Every day is Saturday.
Every day is Saturday.
Every day is Saturday. I love that. I love that. What are you saying yes to, Melissa?
You know what? Rest.
Okay.
Because to be very honest with all of you, when I thought I was resting, I wasn't. I consider like just taking a break. So I think it's the freedom now to live in your yes when it's convenient for you and not just for everybody else. And it does really feel good because now it's like you can say no. And I used to go home and just ponder and just have all these thoughts. And now I'm like, okay, what's next? You know, not having that weight on you, you know, to try to please everybody. I'm telling you, when you live in a place of peace and not just resting just to go to sleep, but resting from all of the worries and the people pleasing and making sure you good and am I every woman for everybody? It's such a freedom. It feels so good because you don't have to do that, but it was so much weight. And then when you realize you know, leave the weight, it's like, okay, I'm more lighter. And then you can do more for yourself. As Elder was saying, self-care is all things now. As Sheila said, Saturday is every day. And that is so true because I used to live in a space of let's wait till the weekend. Everything is like, let's wait till Saturday. Saturday could be on a Monday night. And I'm like, where you want to go? I'm not, you know, waiting and pausing to enjoy life like I used to. You know, life is now. And when my late husband passed, one of the things I always said was, and I teach my children, is to live in the moment. Because this moment will never happen again. Jesus don't repeat days. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to live in the moment.
Repeat days.
Yeah, that's really good.
That is good.
When you talk about rest is not necessarily lay down and go to sleep. Rest is resting from the burden. Resting from the pressure, resting from the things, the demands that people put on you from day to day. So, because when you were talking about rest, I'm like, you know what? I don't need a lot of rest. But I was thinking of the go to sleep rest. But I rest in Him every day. You know, without the pressure.
Not responding to everything. Every time you see a message or an email, you're like, who is it?
I leave it.
You know what was interesting? Because God laid this out in the week of creation. And sometimes when I'm talking to workplace leaders and he went, well, I don't feel a sense, my creativity is gone. I can't see ideas. I don't know what to do next. I always ask them, when is your rest day? Because God prescribed as part of the human cycle a day to stop and to rest. And that's the white space where creativity can come in. And if we think we're doing a whole lot by working 7 days a week, but actually what we're doing is stopping up our flow because we were wired for that.
That's why I can appreciate Chick-fil-A. They close on Sunday.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They got
Close on Sunday.
7th day.
Yes, love that. I think for me, like, my yes is to my new adventure, right? I am experiencing this very adventurous, pioneering spirit upon me right now. Just going out and like making it happen. And it's not different from who I am, but it is like a further extension of who I am. I like going on adventures, and maybe being a boy mom, kind of fostered that a little bit, but I'm like, let's go, let's do this. So I'm saying yes to me in a completely different way than I have ever done before. And I get the questions like, okay, you're going there by yourself, check. No boys going with you, check, right? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna buy me a house, I'm gonna find me a community, and I'm going to enjoy my life.
That's awesome.
Going to enjoy my life. Okay, so we're talking about this change and rest and saying yes to us. What is going to help us to continue saying yes, right? Because we can say yes today.
Yep.
And then as life has it, change happens, right? And something may, occur in our lives that, may alter our course in some ways. How are we going to say yes tomorrow, in the week after, in the month after, in the year after? What are we going to do to continue to say yes to us?
Go ahead.
Saints, it may sound a little deep, but you know what? Prayer and meditation literally has helped me to rest. Really seek it, because this is the thing too, and we hear this all the time, but seek ye first, right? The kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. And what I'm realizing is when I seek God, God will even give me direction in how I should go about my day and how I should rest and what I should add and what I should not do and who I should talk to. And it sounds crazy, but until you try them, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because literally, if I don't do that, Lysandra, or ladies, I'm just doing whatever I think is, again, pleasing everybody else. And then I'm left with feeling not rested.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just starting my day with him to keep me accountable to my resting and the things I put in place. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. I saw you were going to comment.
You know what? For me, it is, and that word accountable is important. And
Yeah.
I can start my day with him and go off track. I cultivated a personality where I didn't need people. That's me. Like, I'll get it done. I don't need you to do anything for me. Just go on, leave me alone. There's no accountability in that though, because I'm free to not do what I committed to
Right.
if I don't have anybody that's
Right.
accountable.
Right.
And so for me, staying on track with these changes is making sure that you have people in your life that you trust with your goals. Now, everybody doesn't have any business in picking around in your goals and in your heart, but you need people who can hold you accountable to God's standards for you. And so
That's good.
making sure that I have people who can hold me accountable.
That's really good.
I'm a hard nut to crack, but I know what I need.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So if I push back on you, Melissa, you just
Push
just
it right
push
back.
it right. Yeah, I know you push it right back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, you remember that?
You said it.
Is this what we're doing?
This is what we're doing. We're pushing. Yes.
Okay. So it's what both of you said, but also for me, it's just being consistent.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm doing this 30-day challenge. I don't see nobody else posting anything, but I'm going to do it. So what I do, I have my prayer time and all, but I have to write stuff down. I have a notebook, a spiral, and anything that I'm supposed to do or would have done is in there. And even if I don't get it done that day, I can always flip back and say, okay, I need to do this. So that is how I keep myself accountable. I do have my accountability partners and friends, but that is how I stay on track. I have to write everything down because I have CRS, and y'all will get that when you get home. You will get that when you get home. But I write it down so I can remember, and just trying to be consistent, trying to stick to the word that I have for myself. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm like, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. So just to keep me on track, I just kind of journal and keep it down.
Yeah, I think those are all good notes and points. And I would say it probably for me is coming back to my why, right? Your why always informs your what.
That's the therapist.
Here
in
we
her.
go.
Here we
Your
go.
why always inform why
About to
you're
get
doing a
deep.
thing. The reason why your foundational, your cause, your muse, whatever, that informs, that instructs what you do as a result of that. So I always have to come back to my why. So if I'm being accountable, if I'm checking in with God, if I'm committed, why am I doing this? Because if I can discover that, if I can reconnect to that, then I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be accountable. I'm going to do all the things that I committed to do. So that's what I have to do. Why are you doing this? Interrogate yourself. Investigate yourself
good.
just a little
Interrogate
bit to
yourself.
figure out why you're doing what you're doing, and then that directs your path. And so I think that's how you stay committed to change. Because change is going to happen. We already talked about that. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not,
right.
whether you're accepting of it or not. And so we have to make sure that we are focusing on our reasons for doing the change and how we're showing up as strong and what our definition of strength means. Right? Would you agree?
I
Would you
agree.
agree?
No,
Sandra,
I've
that
done
is
that.
so good.
That's a great
You know why
wrap
that's so
up. You
good?
see there?
Because have you found yourself doing stuff even,
Yes.
why am I doing that?
Why?
Yes.
Why am I doing that? It's serving no
Yes.
purpose. That's
Yep.
so good.
And even
Going back to
before
your why.
going to do something, like when you get the invitation, like, do you want to come by? It's those questions. It's that integrity. Yes, that just blessed me.
Yeah.
It's that moment you have with yourself. Like, do I really need to go to the shower?
Look.
Do I really need to go to this event?
So I stopped going to baby showers a while ago because
When I
look,
stopped having babies.
I went to my peers, my friends' baby showers. Then their kids started to have babies, and I went to theirs. Now I'm like, I'm not going to. I don't want to play the safety pin game and all of that.
I hate that game.
I don't want to do
Don't you
that.
hate that game?
I did, and so I did say, why am I doing that in bridal showers? I don't want to dress myself up in the toilet paper going to a bridal. I don't want to do that. So I said, why am I doing this? So I stopped. I asked myself why. Because you find yourself doing stuff you don't want to do.
Why am I doing
Why am I
this?
doing this?
Yep.
So that was
Yep.
so good.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Your why
Thank you.
informs your what.
It does.
I'm gonna do that next time I get invited to the show. I'm gonna say, do I want to be dressed up in toilet paper
No.
today?
And play safety pins and going in your purse.
Yes.
I'm too old for that. I don't want to do that. I just don't. I don't want to.
That's your why.
And when people ask me,
That's the
why you didn't come, I don't want to. I can say I didn't want to come.
You,
I've
you,
done
you
that
say
already.
it just like
I said,
that.
I don't want to. Yeah.
I have to master that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say it with
The
my
face
face.
and everything.
I say it with my face. I don't say it with my lips.
The words don't come out. The words don't come out.
Yeah. Sometimes I give a short explanation and I'll say, well, I went to my friend's baby shower and theirs and then theirs and and so on and so on and so on. I'm not doing that anymore. Don't
But
invite me.
that brings up another point. Like, why do we feel like we have to give an explanation?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No is a
Right?
complete
It's
No
a complete
is a complete
sentence.
sentence.
It's a
Yeah.
complete.
I think sometimes we go back into that old mode or old way
Yeah.
or that learned behavior.
You don't want to hurt
We
anybody's
want
feelings.
people
Don't
to,
wanna
we
disappoint.
want people
Yeah,
to
when you
think
hurt
well
my-
of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
you hurt
You
my
want them
feelings
to
and
think
invite
well
me to
of
a
us.
baby
You
shower
got it.
at this point in my life.
Right.
That was so good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
brought a lot out of me.
Thank you.
I did. You did. And I'm. And,
know a lot
and
of
this,
Yeah.
this is what.
Right.
Not for
And
you.
I don't want to.
And this is what people are hoping for, right? Like
Yes.
we've seen the comments, on our posts, and they want us to keep it real.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
We're gonna keep it real.
Right.
We're gonna keep it real.
Stop inviting
Don't invite me.
people 65 and 70 to your baby showers. You want a gift? We'll send you a gift.
Electronic.
But we
bill.
don't. Well, yeah, right. But we don't want to play the safety
I
pin
don't
game.
wanna- and you know what? I don't want to babysit either.
So if you ain't learned nothing else, invite us to another square.
Leave me alone.
We good.
She said, "Leave me alone." We probably need to wrap this session before we start getting angry comments.
You know we go viral.
Leave me alone, Miss Sheila. Oh, repeat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
No more safety pins. Don't send us no safety pins.
No toilet paper, no safety pins. with the little hat.
said,
You got to make the
"Leave
little
me
hat.
alone."
Yeah.
The last lunch I went to, I sat and looked stupid because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this wonderful note, I love you, Sheila. Thank you for saying out loud what the rest of us are thinking.
Yeah.
The world has to
Somebody got free today.
Somebody got free. That's
Somebody got
right.
free today.
So wrap our session so that we can go to our next segment because I don't have anything.
yeah.
Trying to pull it together
Leave
right
me
now.
alone.
So I think what we're all
Miss Sheila said, "Leave me alone."
I think what we're all saying is that strength looks differently than what we originally imagined. We can be strong, but we have to be flexible. We have to say yes to some things, including ourselves, and we have to make those commitments to ourselves. We have to really understand our whys. And so if you haven't done that today, if you haven't figured out your why, take some time today to figure out why you're doing the things you're doing, and then let that direct you. Let that be your guiding force, obviously with God and prayer, but let those things be your guiding force of how you show up today. Remember, you are loved. See you next time.
And so as we go into our next segment, you're going to get to meet Nicole. Nicole was one of our makeover candidates. And you're going to talk about her process. See you on the other side. Hey, this is Michelle Akins. Quick question. Are you looking for a fresh, powerful way to get your business in front of new customers? Primetime Makeover is an online show all about transformation, spaces, style, confidence, and our audience is engaged, inspired, and ready to discover businesses just like yours. We don't do forgettable ads. We feature brands in real, meaningful moments people actually connect with and trust. If you want affordable exposure that stands out and drives real attention, this is it. Check us out and learn more at www.itspossible.today and click on the Primetime Makeover page. Let's get your business in the spotlight. I'll see you in prime time.
Hey everybody, hey, we are back. This is another segment of Primetime Makeover, and this time we are so excited because we had the privilege and the honor of having a moment with one of our ladies, with one of our sisters, and we were able to spend some time and understanding and evolving and becoming, and it's been such a great experience. We just want to introduce her real quick and then we'll jump right in. This is our lovely makeover. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nicole Price, and as she said, I am one of their makeover people. I'm
Yes.
excited to be here.
Yes.
We're excited to have you.
Yes, and then of course you all know Miss Sheila, that's our stylist. So listen, we're about to jump in because I know many of you may not be aware of this, but we want you to understand and know what happens in this makeover experience. So we're just gonna have some open, candid conversations, and then hopefully you can learn and grow from this as well. So Nicole, how you feeling, girl?
I am feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
This orange is popping. This orange is
Thank
popping.
you. Thank you so much.
So what did you hope to get from the Primetime Makeover experience? What were your expectations?
My hope was to get a fresh look at me. I wanted to see me through another lens.
That's good.
real good.
Good. What when you say see yourself through another lens, can you
So
talk
I've
about that a little
always,
bit?
yes, I've always seen myself through the eyes of trauma. So my lens have always been very foggy. So with the things that is going on in my life now, I needed to, I'm seeing a lot of other things clearly, but I need to see me clearly.
How does that make you feel? Because I know for myself, and Miss Sheila can chime in too, going through the whole makeover experience, I think we've all been there. We've had a moment in life where we've had to be makeover, right? Being made over. And I think for most of us, if we all agree as women, we've had to go through changes where in life, it did appear to be a little foggy, right? And sometimes we were always, if I would be honest, blaming others for the fogginess, or blaming others for what I couldn't see or what I couldn't allow myself to come into. And I think it took a lot of introspection.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, go ahead, Miss Sheila.
So, and also, I think when people think of a makeover, they think of makeup and clothes and fashion. And while that is true, the makeover actually starts within.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because what's within is what you see when you look out.
Yeah.
And so Nicole was very, very
Yes.
easy
Yes.
to work with.
Yes.
When I met her, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? And remember, I said that to you. What am I supposed to do with her? She's beautiful.
She got it.
She's beautiful. She just really, as far as her outer look, she wanted to add some color to her wardrobe. And as you can see, she did add
She
color.
did that.
And she was very open to
Yes.
my suggestions. There was not one thing I suggested that she didn't want to at least try.
Yeah.
And so she was very open to it. But when I met her, I realized, if I can be honest, it wasn't so much about her outer look, because you can see she's beautiful. It was what was going on
Yes.
on the inside. It was that inside lens. She just needed some affirmation. She needed people to love on her. That's what she needed.
Yeah.
More than the makeup, more than the clothes. She just needed to be affirmed.
Yeah, and I think that's good, because every now and then, if we be honest, we need to be reminded. You need
Yeah.
to be reminded
Yeah.
of who you are, because it's not that it leaves you. Because when we were talking, I'm like, Nicole, you speaking everything I'm speaking.
Yeah.
But what I realized, so what you said is she also was very honest and transparent, and that's really good, because when you want to become better, you got to be willing to lay down everything else and be open-minded, so then you can see parts of you that you thought maybe were good, but need a little bit more fixation on. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you.
Oh,
For
I
not
appreciate
making it
both of you.
hard for
Yeah.
yourself, and just like, hey, y'all, this is what it is, and
Yeah.
can y'all help a sister? And I hope we were able to do that. So speaking of that, what was the most challenging part of the change? I know you wanted it, but what was the challenging part, if you would say, or one of the difficult parts you felt like, okay, I know I want this, I know I want affirmations, I know I want to be reminded, but this can be a little difficult for me.
The difficult part, the most difficult part, was believing the affirmations, because I can do like biblical affirmations. I can do those, but to say I'm beautiful, I'm enough, and things like that, those were difficult to believe. So it took me, I want to say, about 2 weeks, and then I started believing. I got a little bit ways to go, but yeah, that was the most difficult part.
And sometimes the hardest part about believing what we hear is because we spent so much time investing into the voices and the gossip and all the other things that wasn't good for us. So it's almost like you have to take time to lay that off, right? And work that through, because it's not easy for any. I mean, you're not alone. I mean, we all have heard things, and we're still evolving and, trying to process all the bad stuff that we heard.
Of course,
and remember, like you said, what we've heard and what God has said too. Ms. Sheila, do you want to speak to any of that?
So Nicole is very smart. She's very driven. She's got a lot of good things going on in her life. And I guess my question to you is, how do you feel today versus how you felt when you first met us? Was it even hard for you when you knew you were going to meet me and meet Melissa?
Oh, I was shaking in my sandals because it's a little bit warmer, but I was shaking in my sandals because sitting in front of new people can be difficult for me, because I'm so fixated on what are they going to think, what are they going to say, how are they going to look at me. But it was a beautiful experience meeting you both, because neither one of you looked at me in the way that I'm used to being looked at. So that was different. Yeah.
See, we talking to you, but you blessing us
Yes,
at the same
absolutely.
time. Because that's
Absolutely.
good. Because oftentimes we don't have. Sometimes women, we're afraid.
Yeah.
So that was huge for you because you first had to be open and be honest and live in a space of freedom to be able to come into this unfamiliar territory or space
Yeah.
and be able to talk about stuff that you don't always want to talk about, that may bring up these emotions, that we don't always want to feel. But to be able to do that, it blessed you, I'm sure, in so many ways.
It did. It did.
And it's important what you bring to the table.
Yes.
We brought love to the table.
Yes.
We brought concern to the table. We brought wanting to walk this walk with you to the table. So that's important too. How you treat people.
Yeah.
It costs nothing to be nice. It costs nothing to be genuine. It costs nothing to be honest and truthful.
Yeah.
It costs nothing to love. And so that's what we
Nothing
wanted
to
to bring.
love.
We wanted you to feel that love.
I felt it. I felt
You
it.
felt
I
it.
still feel it.
You look like you
still-
feeling it.
Yeah. You look like you
still
feel it
feel it.
yourself a little bit
A
too.
little bit. A little bit. A
She
little
look like
bit.
she
Yeah.
feels something, don't she? Yeah, I
A
love
little
it.
bit.
I love
Yeah.
it. So speaking of feeling ourselves, what was as you're smiling, what was the fun part of this? Like, what made you crack up? What made you roll your head back? Like, these ladies are hilarious.
Oh my goodness. So Miss Sheila.
No, not Miss Sheila. You're not talking about Miss Sheila.
Yes.
She'll make
Miss
you laugh.
Sheila.
Come on with it.
So her whole personality is, she can be saying something that could be serious, but her facial expressions and the way that she said, those were moments that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed, and I love talking to you because you all are not hard to talk to. You're not hard to talk to, and you're not so deep and serious.
Right.
To where I already
us
have
that
a hard
deep
time keeping my
Right.
shoulders downward. But to be able to talk to you, that was fun to me. And then shopping, going to get the things that Miss Sheila told me to get, that was a fun part for me too. And then preparation for today. I know you said the most, but
No.
I got it was several things. It's just the conversations, the way you all extended yourselves. To me, that's fun because it's not normal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but my biggest thing was sitting with Miss Sheila.
Yeah. I told the girl, walk into the room like Jesus sent you.
Like Jesus
Hold your
said.
head up and walk into the
All
room
of
like
her.
Jesus
Yeah.
sent you.
Yes.
Didn't I
All
tell
of
you
her,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
she's
of your
doing that.
suggestions.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I love her spunk.
Yeah. So what is one thing, like in the course of, I know it's probably been like at least 4 weeks or so, 4 to 6
Yeah.
weeks or so, that when you get up in the morning, right? Because we talk about meditation or different habits and things you want to create and do better with. What is one thing you can say now that you've implemented since you've had this makeover experience? Are you smiling already? This about to be good. I know what it is. What is that one thing you could say, I've done this and it has truly blessed me in so many ways?
I'm looking at myself and smiling and say, you're beautiful. That's what I'm doing. So, and that's not normal, but it feels good. It feels
And it's
good to, thank you.
It's true.
Yes.
It feels good to start my day off that way.
And you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, she does.
This orange is, I love colors, but this orange is popping.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
and you know what? When you walked in today, you walked in like Jesus sent you.
Yes, she did.
Ooh.
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
For real, you walked in like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
And y'all ready for me?
Well, my work is done. So,
Not done.
no, not done. I will never leave you.
Right.
That's what I told
we're
her.
in this
We're
for
not going
life.
nowhere.
Yes.
Yes, we're in this for life.
Thank
One
you.
last question is, now that you've had this makeover experience, how will you now implement this change moving forward?
So I'm going to implement this change with intentionality and with boldness and being consistent with it. Because sometimes I could fall off, but I feel like this has given me a huge boost and kind of like a charge moving forward. So I'm going to keep up with it Yeah, I'm going to keep up with it on a daily basis. So I'm excited to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And we had a fabulous time last night. We went out to dinner.
Yeah.
And we had a really
We
good
did.
time. Yeah.
See?
It was.
Yeah. Good food
I got
and
to
good
dress
conversation.
up
And she got to
Yeah,
dress up.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say
And the
thank you, Miss
outfit that
Sheila.
she picked, the outfit that she picked out for herself, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And
So that was good.
when was the last time you've done something like that?
Something like that.
It's been a while.
That's just my answer right there.
See?
Something like that.
You're already winning.
Yeah, it's been
Yes.
a while.
Yeah.
And sometimes winning. Miss Sheila, do you have anything before we wrap up? Any last thoughts?
I'll
or?
just say to Nicole that you are really beautiful. I am very proud of what you're becoming, who you're becoming.
you.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't turn back.
Yeah.
Because like I told you, you are not the stuff that happened to you.
Right.
You are not. Yeah. You're beautiful, you're fabulous, and just keep
you.
showing up as your authentic, beautiful
Yeah.
self.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. And change looks very, very good
Yes,
on
it
you.
does.
Thank you.
Very, very good. And I think sometimes we don't realize when we're trying to win at anything, ladies, it can seem expensive, and sometimes it can be because you're laying something down, amen, to pick up something that you need. So keep going. If there's something you want to change or you want to evolve or you want to have a makeover experience, remember, it's not a loss because anytime you're growing, there's always a gain. So we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for this time you sharing with us as we're sharing with you. And go check us out. Like, tag, and share Primetime Makeover, and we'll see you next time. We love you.